on this 1st of June as we're starting to get to the midway point of 2021. Today, we're going to be talking about what we first started last week and getting an update from you all. So if you're joining us on our Zoom channel, our social platforms out there, give us your questions. We're going to interact with them, answer them live here today during this Ask Loral conversation about money and help you all get to your financial goals. Loral, how are we doing today, ma'am?
We are good. How are you today?
Very good. Very excited to see some of the results we had from the contest you announced last week and see how people are doing with that.
Absolutely. And those of you that are out on live stream, we had an amazing event. We had a marketplace that ended and wrapped up May just brilliantly. And May was our reset month as we head into now June 1, my birth month. We're going to have fun this month. A lot of you, it's revenue time. As far as resetting a 2021 goal, I'd say we're a little far along. So as long as you do rack up your revenue, and I want to speak specifically so we can actually repost our replay to a few groups. Number one, the 100K group, right? You're on a guarantee to make $100,000. Now, only you can do it. When you go to rackupyourrevenue.com and you log in, all of you in the 100K, Thomas will be talking to you. You have a group call today, by the way, should be in Rack Up Your Revenue. There is absolutely no reason why you're not in. It's a 14-day challenge. Listen to the videos. All right, David is in the 100K challenge and well over, I don't know if you've kept track of, is he headed towards 20,000 this month, or I know he was well into 15 by mid-May. So this could be you, and this needs to be you. You signed a contract saying, I'm going to do everything it takes. Well, this again is another fun challenge that we put in play. Those of you out there that want to work on your income, Rack Up Your Revenue is a fun challenge. It sells something, minimum $10, sell as much as you want, but minimum for 14 days. We're 7 days into the launch of last week. Now, if you're starting this week, well, you're just going to go another 14 days. So it's going to continuous 14-day challenge. The real message here is every day, you need to be getting your brain, your activities, your behavior focused on racking up some revenue every day. If you don't do it, no one's going to do it for you. This is not a job that you are running. This is your entrepreneurial venture. So get it out of Hobbyland, take it serious, and let's go. So if you were in Rack Up Your Revenue and you're out there in the chat or out in any social channels, and we didn't have that many, I'm shocked. Even in our big marketplace where we had many more people, we've only got about 30 officially in. So you said you found your bookkeeper. That's great. But what are you doing to rack up your revenue, Nance? So you got to look at what are you doing every day to create revenue. And at minimum, you should be today at $70. Right. So last week we started those who wanted to start on that start date. But whatever start date you want to hit, you hit a start date. The entire process is that every day you're doing something to rack up your revenue and make more money. We also have our income accelerator. We just had someone else get signed up. There you go. You got $75. Well done. Well done. So you are well on track, Nance. Well done. And if you stay on track, by the way, let us know. Let Thomas know. Thomas, maybe put your email in, and I'll bring you live for a testimonial and put you up. The more testimonials we have that what we teach you works, we would love to interview you. It'd be a quick interview here on a Tuesday, right before or after our broadcast. And love to post it live with you. So well done. And now, Nancy, why don't you put up there a little bit about what you were selling? And we'd love to help support you. And the rest of you that are doing it, what are you doing to sell? You need to get off your lazy assets. Some of you, you're not urgent at all. I could name them. Some of you have been around for years, and we hand deliver you. I mean, this one is so easy. You got to be sleeping to not make $10 a day. Right. And honestly, it's because you didn't ask. You didn't just pick up the phone, do a quick ask, sell, ask, get it done. And I mean, it's kind of hand delivered. Thomas, what would you say about it? You support the 100K. You help you and Adam and Eileen will be the coaches on the Income Accelerator, which really is a bigger promise, is how to get you to 10,000 a month. And there's no reason you can't do it if you follow exactly what we say. Get 21 leads a day, call through and get those 2 sales if you are actually in the Income Accelerator 100K. Right? Rack up your revenue is just the baby part. Just get some money going.
Loral, as you've shown in your books, as you've shown in your program, success is not an accident. Success is a proven plan. where it meets opportunity. And what we mean by that is wherever you're at financially speaking, there are pathways to getting to build your revenue, build your wealth plan, and get to where you want to be. And these programs that we have here are just natural extensions of what you've developed and what you have proven out with hundreds, if not thousands of people on how to make that work for folks. So whether it's a 100K challenge, the income accelerator, or one of your other programs, these are all proven ways, just as David and Mel have shown, that when you practice what we preach and you have something that works with the market, you inevitably will have some level of success. So I think it's great. We're having a lot of people see some results from these programs, and we'd love to see all of you who are joining us again on our Zoom event here, our social channels, participate as well too, and start making that money every day. Like you said, Laurel, and I love it. It's you're flexing that money making muscle every day, and I think that's an apt description right now.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm just looking through the chat. If Nancy's not in the table, she doesn't get all those resources. So if you want to just put, so I'm not clear. Are you wanting a bookkeeper or are you getting a bookkeeper? Are you clear what she's doing? And by the way,
I think she needed a contract for hiring some folks. And I know we have, as part of the programs, we have some templates and whatnot.
Yeah, there's a IC template for an independent contractor.
Mm-hmm.
As far as employment contracts, I would say absolutely not. Don't ever employ contracts. You have to buy them out. If you want to fire somebody, you got to buy them out of their contract. I would never do an employment contract. That would be absolutely insanity for those of you that want, or think you're going to do that. And again, Nancy, I have to say, watch these big blurbs. Like, we're not Craigslist, we're not Facebook. This isn't that place that, you're going to publish some big ad. And we really discourage it at the marketplace. That's not how SLS go. It's not how chats go. It is something simple. Remember, that's just a stock, thing. They don't work. At most, you could say, my name's Nancy. I'm an excellent bookkeeper. Call me call me with your number one bookkeeping problem. Again, start with that ask. You got to be out and then ask before you do anything else. All right. Wow. Table 52. All right. So then you do have everything. It's all in your members area of the Big Table website. Thomas, let's jump over to some Ask Laurel questions. What are some questions that are going on? We're June 1, 2021. I'm going to lead off with this. If you aren't doing exactly, I'm going to repeat it again. I know our team can take and clip it out and say, if you're not doing these things, you will not make money. You've got to go find 21 new names, phone numbers, and emails a day. And if all you have is a name and a phone number, it's enough, because then you do this, you pick up this phone, say, I'm taking 2021 seriously. When do you have 10, 15 minutes? We can jump on a phone. I'll call and like to talk to you. And then the minute they answer, you start the ask of, I'm a specialist in bookkeeping. What can I help you with? What's one thing I can do today? And get that script tight. And some of you are using excuses to not make money. All of you have the ability to make $10 a day, right? Doing something for somebody else. So again, it's super simple. You need 21 names, phone numbers, and emails. I don't care for now if you put them in a spreadsheet. We're going to be ramping up even more and more conversations about your need to do a database as one of your greatest assets. But you got to at least pick up the phone until your online presence is proper, right? Whether you're using Keep, which is who we're endorsing and support. Some of you, as you work with Thomas directly, I know some of you are in Kartra. Maybe if you need it to be free, it's MailChimp, but you've got to do something to get in the database and start doing SLS every day. I think that's the biggest muscle that we need to help you condition is get on the phone and say, how can I help you? It's 10, 15, 20, whatever the dollar amount is, and collect the money. So again, get out to rackupyourrevenue.com. All of you right now, we want to see you registering right now, so you can see all the online. And let's see if how many more of you are really going to sign up and take it seriously. Michelle, you got to take it seriously. We know where you are. Is it what? How you say? Is it Choi from the Caribbean? Again, you've been here a long time. Every week, you should be making sales every week. I mean, here's what we see. If you're not making sales and you're still stuck on what am I selling? It's not about you. Sell my stuff. Be an affiliate. Like you're not going to sell your own stuff. You've got to join a network marketing company. I mean, Muriel sells this stuff every day. These are probably the best vitality pills. Doesn't matter where your health condition is. These things will make her a commission of about 23 bucks. So again, don't care what it is. Sure. All right, sure. Get out and sell something. Last time when we talked, you said you were stuck on product or service. Then sell somebody else's stuff if you don't have a product or service, right? What is it that you can do right now to help somebody trade some time, collect 10 bucks, get in the rack up in revenue, all of you, get in that campaign. Thomas, in addition to that that's how simple it is. Go to fast cash calls if you want to dissect it more. Come to the 100K call. That's what time's the 100K call today? For those that are
3 p.m. Pacific. We're going to be sending out the Zoom access information to everyone who has signed up. So you'll be seeing that. And today we are going to be talking about revenue modeling. We're getting close to the halfway point of the year, and it's a perfect time for everyone to check in, see where they're at. And if you're having trouble racking up that revenue, we certainly are going to be talking about that and seeing what you can do to fix that. So we're going to be having that call in the Fast Cash Coaching call. The Thursday ones that I lead are at noon, and we always start the call with an Ask Tell Ask. We're always practicing that brilliant sales process that Loral has developed, and practicing that and actually doing that every week on that call. So giving folks the opportunity to learn about sales, marketing, and making some fast cash. So Loral, when you are ready, we've got some questions from the AskLoral.com website that we can go over.
Let's do it.
So Nina asks, should millennials be buying their first home now? If not, when might a better time be?
Well, you missed it. You missed it before the greatest run in real estate. It is our numbers today are outperforming 2005 and 6, which was one of the pronounced runaway markets. Right now, whether you're a millennial, baby boomer, Gen X, Gen Z, I don't care who you are buying a home at the height of a market. So even investors need to pay attention to your pricing. I mean, tonight we've got another big phone call with a bunch of my partners, right? Those of you that are going to Boise. By the way, Boise Real Estate Tour is in 22 days. The 22nd and 23rd, there are thousands of you with real estate tickets. So Steve Thomas behind the scenes, let's make sure we gather up everyone with a ticket, send them some last reminders. We have none other scheduled for 2021. It is not a market that we're going to be doing high promotion in. Right now, we're looking at construction costs because some of these lovely cities who just decide to keep burning themselves down and need to waste our wood. That's how I'm saying it, kind of in a funny little way. They're wasting our wood, and cement in some of the markets is actually become a shortage, not in all the markets, but getting concrete is becoming a problem. I mean, getting all sorts of different products. So given that, do you really even, like we're having a conversation, are we going to build at the height of the market, right? Can we even resell out of that, even with the good refi rates? Can you recover that kind of a purchase price? Or that build price? So I think it's really, really a sensitive time, and you better know your numbers. If you don't, that's why we coach. We're that place you're going to call, and you're going to send us in your deals. So Nina, send us in the deals. Be in a real estate coaching program. You can start that for as low as $2,997. Say, I need a real estate acceleration coach, and we will have somebody available to you on a regular basis to really look at your deal. So I think it's an interesting time. It is clearly a seller's market.
In that regard, Laura, we had a lot of people asking about real estate, but we also had a lot of people asking about cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin in particular. What are your thoughts on that? What would you, caution people when they're doing their due diligence on that?
Well, I think a lot of people, there's few apps, obviously Coinbase is, the most popular, just went public. They've been hacked before, Binance, I don't believe, I don't know the variables on that. My inside sources say it's going to drop down a little bit more. I think a lot of corrections are going to be coming as we head through the end of the summer. Do I think you need it? Yeah. And there's a whole bunch of digital coins. I know we're involved in some projects that are going to become live, as well as an NFT. We have some artists in the community that are going to use NFT as a process for their intellectual property on their art and photos. So we're well into it. We have coaches well into it. As far as a broad brushstroke, if you only have $5,000, $10,000, is it the place you'd start? Here's what I would say: if you don't know how to get liquid, no, that is not how you start. And I think too many people get into digital currencies. They don't know how to exit, and they don't know their timing of an exit. So if you need it and it needs to be liquid, things like construction loans are safer, iFlip are safer. How life insurance done the right way with Jason and Rob and some of our life insurance folks are way safer. So I'd rather see you do that if it's the only money you have, because we are years away from it being the transactable currency that everyone's saying. It's, it's the same thing. Everybody said gold was going to become transactable. There are some coins that allow through it. And even some of the projects that I know a bunch of our people own that are printing new dollars with gold in it, that basically allows some transaction, like it looks like a dollar. It's much smaller, has some gold laid in it, which is really how you transact what looks like money, but it has gold laid into it. That is on a massive delay. And don't think the governments can't step in and aren't stepping in to slow a lot of this shit down. So yeah, I think you should have it. I think you need to be smart about it. Kent wants to know, what does it take to do the tour in Boise? If you're not in the big table and head of the table, you come for free. Big table's $250 to stay on an extra day and a half. Or those of you that have been to our events, successfully completed the events, you should have a ticket. Ken, how much you're around here? I'd be surprised if somewhere in your file you don't have a ticket for the Boise event. So you just show up, and it will be the late afternoon of the 22nd. We're on a bus or in vans, depending on how many actually finally commit to showing up. Because we won't actually book vans or buses and tell you the difference until literally less than a week before. It really will depend. So you guys just call into our office, talk to Molly, Kristen Lavelle. They can take your order for the tour. So if you are in table, it is a $250 extra. And then those of you who want to come that, for whatever reason you missed getting a free ticket, because we've given them out freely, call our office 775-588-9200. We'll help you get that set up. All right. It's really, really good. And it's going to be really rich. Like, there's no tour that you can say, I've already been there, I already saw it. Because right now we'll have fourplex as well underway. We're actually pouring the footings this week, stacking block within the next week. So you'll go from seeing completion of last August to now fourplexes. Now we have an opportunity zone. Now we have construction cost issues. It went up. I don't know what the percent would be, but my husband actually is one that does the estimates. Between March and the end of May, just the fourplex cost, just the cost to build went up about $58,000 in less than 8 weeks. So it's significant. I mean, you lay that across, let's just call it 60 grand. That's 15,000 per unit to put up that infrastructure. So you can only stack that so high. I mean, the total cost of the build can only get so high before you can recover out of that. And it won't even match comps on the loan. So then you're screwed. So literally we got some pretty nice buyers that are 1031ing out of, California. I say my vote tonight, I can tell you, is take it. Let's sell them. Yep, we're going to be less doors, but I'd rather go buy land with RV parks where we can monetize that out in a much, I'm going to say, safer, strategic way long-term. To build at the height, to buy at the height. Been here before, been here, done it. It sucks when that market decides to course correct and you are caught. There isn't a way out. It's called a short sell, which means you have to bring cash to your own selling table to actually get the hell out of it. I've had to short out of some deals and they suck. That is a tough check to write. So be very, very cautious. If you're not being coached by, I say our team in real estate and really going through those numbers, be careful out there. Even you investors, you think it's like a gold mine out there. Kind of missed the rush. You haven't got the memo. All right. Good questions. What else do we have today? Good questions.
So some of the questions that we had, there's some speakers out there, and they're asking about should they switch their what to do with their events, right? Since COVID happened, they put their events online. It's been harder to fill some of the events, harder to have some of the folks on there, and they basically want to know, should they try to switch their events back to face-to-face or stay online? You switch their I don't know. I've been asked that a lot lately. I can tell you our regular event, like our marketplace, AKA prior to that for over a decade, was called 3 Days to Cash. And then we moved to off Wall Street assets.
We have no intention in 2021 of taking any of that live. Now, 2022 will show itself, but we're having success online. We're going to say this way, we can reach a broader audience. In fact, I got to remind Damon to talk to one of our Australians, because I'd like to do more country specifics, like do a marketplace specific to the Australians or the different databases. We have a lot of clients in that need our help, and that's just us shifting time zone for them. So that's up to you, but you got to consider you've got hotel costs, and I can promise you hotels have not gotten cheaper. They did not drop their rates to say, oh my God, come. They used the stimulus money to stay alive. And God knows what other like local strategies they did. A lot of them's just sold, probably sold short, but they got the hell out. So remember, you've got travel costs, you've got equipment costs, you've got staff costs, you've got hotel and rooming. You got flights, or drive, however you want to do it. You got a lot to consider when you head back out. And ours is, we have our table that is out. So again, June 21, 22, we have the big table in Boise, and then it goes right into our real estate tour. September 27, 28, we will be in Savannah, Georgia for the big table, again, out live at a hotel. And then December 6th and 7th, we will be in Las Vegas for the table. So we're traveling our table only. I think it's up to you. I think here's what I know, and Thomas, you know it as well. And we've talked about, doing a 6-figure summit, to our audience. Mm-hmm. I just don't know how many people, if they can't rack up their revenue, do a $10 campaign, you're not showing us any evidence you'd have any success pulling off a summit. It takes a lot more systems, a lot more team. And between us, quite honestly, I would think there's maybe a dozen of our clients that are ready for a 6-figure weekend, because you just aren't doing what we're saying. I feel like a broken record saying the same thing. And then sometimes our folks will say, well, change the message up. It's like, it's the same thing. You got to get up, open your mouth, and do an ask, tell, ask, collect some cash. The thing I'd say to change up isn't what we're telling you to do. It's change up your offer, right? Become an affiliate and dive in deep. Thomas, I kind of get after him a little bit because he gives so much of our valuable content away to your affiliates. Like, it's a gold mine out there. In fact, you should probably invite our 100K people over to the affiliate side of the house, because my God, there is amazing information. Those of you out watching that are out on Millionaires in Training, YouTube, whatever social channel, become an affiliate and just see what we're doing. My God, the information about how to make money, how to make 6 figures is amazing out there, right? And that's just becoming an affiliate to get that information. You're going to hear a theme. You got to get names, phone numbers, and emails. You got to put them in a database. You've got to contact them. You got to get appointments. You got to make a sale. So it's the same thing over and over and over. Let's do another question.
This is an interesting one from Jocelyn. She said, what's the fastest and safest way to make money over the next 10 years?
10 years? God knows. I mean, who would have ever prepared for COVID? I'm in a room right now over at Clubhouse where they're doing a vision of who can get, I don't know how they're going to track it, but they're like declaring, who's most on track to do a 10+ year plan by December 31st, 31. Who's going to be most on track? Then they're guaranteeing some TV show or some TV appearance. So I don't know, but that's been a big variance of, I say if you can do a 1 to 3 year plan and nail it, you're damn good. You are damn good if you can nail a 1 to 3 year plan with the environment the way that it is, the economy the way that it is, the world the way that it is. I don't know. I mean, there were years where we counted on being in Australia, being in the international markets, being in South Africa, being in the UK. I would take trips through Dubai. I would go to Kuala Lumpur with some big promoters. I mean, there were years we counted on that being internationally in our business plan. You can't count on any of that right now. I mean, hell, Canada is so ridiculously misguided. They can't even move between states. I don't know if it's still that way in Australia. I think it is. You can't even move. Canada's provinces, Australia's states, they can't even move between their own country to try to do business. So this form that you see us on right now, whether it's social platforms or Zoom, is the way that it's getting done. So 10-year plan, I'd say wash it, do a 1-year plan and get a result. Do a 3-year plan, and that's a long damn plan, given the environment we're in. And what do? Service. People need service. If you're tech, attach yourself to tech and be the tech service providers for people like me who aren't. There's a lot of us out there that are looking for that kind of help. All right, let's do another one.
So have this one, have this a lot. And again, I think it's important to speak to because as we talked about earlier, a lot of what you talk about is following a proven process. A number of folks say they're just getting started out for the first time. What should their first step be?
Identify something that you know, and typically it's right here between your head, some product or service. And if it's between your head, it's going to be a service. In the beginning, it'll be a service. You're going to trade time. You're an expert in, I don't know, dog nutrition. You're an expert in taking care of healthcare for, elder care. My God, the amount of people who need help in their home right now. And you don't have to have that license everybody tells you about if you're just doing what I call like nanny kind of care. Senior nanny care is through the roof right now. And I'm seeing like out on care.com, so I take a gander through there every once in a while. People are not charging what they should be charging. I mean, if you go into a home and you're a care provider, whether it's, a nanny, aftercare, there's a ton of parents who need aftercare help right now so they can stay here and continue to do the work. Whatever that is, make sure you're pricing appropriately. I'm seeing really, really cheap labor prices out there. And you're way below the market, way below the market. Senior care is at least 25 to 35 an hour. And just recently I saw somebody at 16 an hour. Now, 16 an hour would be maybe you go get groceries and you do some errands and pick up and you just drop off. But if you're actually in their home and you're, cleaning, be careful getting meds a bit ready. Somebody asked me that recently at a private text, should I, to help them get their meds ready? That's a no-go, man. You do that wrong, you are liable. So just be smart about, CFS, common freaking sense, right? Should you touch somebody's meds? No. You're not licensed, you're not a nurse, no. So just, be cautious. I mean, can you go do laundry? Can you clean up after them? Can you food prepare? All that stuff, yes. Like there's a ton of people who need that kind of help. There's not one of you. I don't care if you live in the Caribbean, Shwar, you could go somewhere in that place and help somebody in their home. Always people hire help. On the other side of it, if you want like the outdoor help, there's tons of people who have handyman work, honey-do lists, this needs done, tons of that kind of stuff. I mean, if you want to come to my house for like a few days, I got all sorts of shit you can help me do. I still have a bear that broke my tree that needs trimmed. I got all sorts of things. You want to come out and help, believe me, finding people to work is not going to act to God. Until as the unemployment should drop at the end of May. Thomas, do you know the rule on that? I think unemployment's done now, isn't it? Like that.
Yeah, but it's also breaking out differently across the different states as some of the governors are having the get back to work initiatives, basically. So in some of the states, they've already dropped those benefits completely. So it's really kind of at a local level as to how that's going to affect you, getting back to work and, getting out of your COVID coma, as you would say.
Get out of your COVID coma. So I would say, look for service, look for product. Back to your beginner question. Do something you know how to do. Like, what do you already know how to do? Like, I know about money. I'd answer any question about money. You pay me some money, I do some time, or I'll give you a report, something I already have done. So in the beginning, it's that, put more cash in your pocket, stay in your lane, something simple. You're not going to build a huge 7-figure business right now. We just need you making money, and then we'll build upon that. But if you can't make the few dollars, that's why I love that excuse, Thomas, how many people say, well, I don't want to deal with that small stuff. I just want to get to the big stuff. It's like, well, if you can't do the small stuff, you're never going to get to the big stuff.
Right.
It's like, if you can't hit a single, you're not getting a home run. So get some reality to that. All right. Okay. Yeah. Senior care day. Yep. You're right, Kelly. I'm just reading to the text. All right. Those of you, if you were in our event, Thomas, you want to give some updates? How was the graduate marketplace? I know it was jamming all the way through the end of the day Friday. How did Saturday go? How's our group? I know I'm going to do a reporting to our group. We had a huge room, great room. Mm-hmm. We need them now to make sure the weekend did not, slow them down or contaminate them. And they got out of that momentum. We had them in on Thursday and Friday.
The event was great. Friday night, we had not only our latest round of attendees at the Millionaire Maker Meetup Marketplace, but also had a number of graduates and people within the community come back, connect with those new members, do those ask, tell, asks, and serve one another appropriately. On Saturday, we had our special Saturday session, kept the room open, and had over 35 people throughout the day come in, connect with folks, and we actually kept the room open till 6 p.m. Pacific because it was going so strong. So awesome to see everyone in the community, awesome to see the new members, the new attendees of the event, working hard, making money, and doing what they need to do, building those money-making muscles to get to where they want to be. So one more time, we'll go ahead and put that Rack Up the Revenue link into the chat box below. Again, we'd love to see people sign up for that. Take the challenge. See what you have, what it takes to make money every single day. And this is going to be something we're going to be talking about not only in the 100K challenge, but on the Fast Cash coaching calls, complementing that and aiding that at the same time.
All right. So again, rack up your revenue. We're going to say that theme. Next week, we'll have done our 14-day cycle. So again, those of you who need that to be the muscle you condition, which I just think it's fun. I don't care what level you're at. I play at a very different level, and I still, it's just a very conscious thing to make sure you're driving as the CEO and owner of your company. Again, those of you, I see there's a lot more table people out there. Confirm your attendance for Boise. A lot rides on it. If Damon was here, he would tell you a lot of people have reinstated finally, and even the hotel. It will be a sold out hotel. So if you have not got your rooms in Boise, I know I had him book a huge block, an over block of what we're really going to need for our staff, because that hotel, it's maybe even sold out, which means now you got to stay off property. So if you're coming to do the real estate tour, you're coming to the table, people are coming back, and it is intense. Yeah, it's empty the room, and last weekend was sold out. So a lot more is going to be coming. So I would even get local around the area. So at least you're within walking distance of coming to the hotel and being close. And as you know, Jason, because you were there last year too, what's great about the hotel and where it is in downtown, the Grove is the hotel we'll be at. It's in a nice walking distance. So you'll be able to, meet up with people, and most of the people go, out and go have dinners and things together. So really important that you get that done. All right. So Thomas, thank you. Steve, thank you to put on your calendars, those of you who are graduates of the marketplace. The next one will be the 17th and 18th of June. So 17th, 18th is next marketplace. We'll be jamming, plan on a huge room, and who knows what I'm going to do, because it's my birth month, about making up some fun and specials and all sorts of things we're going to do. So again, yep, sold out again. The showing up matters. Showing up on time is critical. All right, so you guys have an amazing week. Stay in the Rack Up Your Revenue. Even those of you like John, Jason, Kelly that have been out for a while, go sign into Rack Up Your Revenue. See if you just turn that muscle on for a little while and just see what it does. It's an interesting challenge. It's a fun challenge, and we look forward to more and more of you being in it. Take care. Have a great week. Those of you, if you are in Clubhouse, we're going to be moving over there at 1 o'clock today. And what does it say? What is broken right now?
I think Kelly's saying she's broken right now.
Broken. Well, fix it. You got my text. Fix it. Let's have a quick call, Kelly. Let's get your muscle fixed. Cannot be broken. You can tear a muscle. I don't think you can break it. So you're just, atrophied right now. All right, Kelly. All right, you guys have a great week. Talk soon. Again, mark your calendar, 12 noon next Tuesday. Take care. Bye.